Description of Hanukkah. Longer version. Alexander was a Macedonian, son of Philip, who came out of the land of Chittim and struck Darius, king of the Persians and Medes. After he had struck him, he reigned in his stead in former time over Greece. He fought many battles, won many strongholds, and killed the kings of the earth, went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of a multitude of nations. And he gathered together an exceedingly strong army, and ruled over many countries, nations, and principalities, and they became tribute to him. After this he fell sick. He called his servants and divided to them his kingdom while he was still alive. Alexander reigned 12 years, then he died. His servants and his sons ruled in his place, and they multiplied evils in the earth, and came out of them a sinful root. Antiochus Ephanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been hostage in Rome, he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Many transgressors of the law came from Israel, persuading many to go and make a covenant with them, according to the laws of the Greeks, and they made themselves uncircumcised, forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves with them, and sold themselves to do evil. After this, Antiochus sought to reign over Egypt too, and he entered there with a great multitude, and made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt, and was put to shame and fled. Then Antiochus returned and went against Israel and Jerusalem. And entered into the sanctuary, took the golden altar, candlestick, and all that pertained, the table of the showbread, cups to pour, bowls, golden censers, veil, crowns, face of temple. He took the gold and silver vessels, hidden treasures, went back to his own land, and made a great slaughter. Great mourning came about in Israel, and every place where they were, rulers and elders groaned, virgins and young men were made feeble, and beauty of women changed. Every bridegroom took lamentation. She that sat in marriage chamber was in heaviness. All the house of Jacob was clothed with shame. And after 2 years the king sent a chief collector of tribute to the cities of Judah, and he came with a great multitude, destroyed many people out of Israel, took spoils of the city and set it on fire, pulled down the houses and the walls on every side, led captive the women and children, and cattle they took in possession. They built a great and strong wall and towers in the city of David, and put in there a sinful nation, transgressors of the law. They stored up food and gathered together spoils of Jerusalem, laid them up there, and became a sore snare. They shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary, and defiled the sanctuary. The inhabitants fled because of them. Her sanctuary was laid waste, her feasts were turned into mourning, her Shabbats into reproach, and her honour into contempt. Then Antiochus wrote to the people in the kingdom, and said that all should forsake his own laws. Many agreed and sacrificed to idols, and profaned the Shabbat, that they should make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, so that they might forget the law, and whoever shall not do what the king required shall die. Many were made to hide themselves in every place of refuge which they had. On the 15th day of Kislev, they built an abomination of desolation upon the altar, and also in the cities they made altars to idols. They tore in pieces the books of the law which they found, and set them on fire. Any who was found with the book of the covenant, they were delivered to death.